Hey everyone, Zach here. A few quick things I'd like to go over before we jump into this great dungeon dive. The first thing is the DUNGENERATOR. This is created by Rollingkunz and is the heart of this actual play. The DUNGENERATOR is a super cool card deck in which every time your player characters go into a new dungeon room, you pull a card and that is that dungeon room. That is the idea behind this adventure. It is a completely randomized dungeon and we are seeing if our adventurers can escape it. If you want to check that out for yourself, it's going to be in the information down below. Along with that, all the players' TikToks are going to be linked down below, so if you want to go check them out, please go check them out. Going forward, the episodes might change a little bit as I try to figure out what works best with this format, having two adventuring parties in the same episode, kind of like moving forward. But anyway, it's a lot of fun. I hope you enjoy, and let's see if our adventurers can escape this dungeon.
Hello, I wasn't really expecting any visitors today, but welcome to my dungeon. This is a labyrinth of ever-changing rooms powered by the DUNGENERATOR and created by Rollingkunz. Link in bio. I was, like I said, not really expecting any visitors today, but great, this is a great time. Lucky for us all, I just actually caught a new batch of adventurers in my dungeon, and I was just getting ready to settle in and watch them. And this group is quite interesting. There's a duo of fae, a satyr, and a hare that I do find quite interesting. Along with that, a new married couple on their honeymoon who also found themselves in my dungeon. That is quite new for me. So why don't you grab a seat, grab some snacks, and let's see if these adventurers can escape my dungeon. But first, introductions.
I'm Dan, aka Dan the Baker. Tonight I will be playing Cicero. He is a 7-foot-tall satyr ranger. In my head, I kind of imagine Eddie Munson from Stranger Things, but half goat. He's just here for a good time.
So I'm Alex, Alexander, the D&D dad on TikTok, and I will be playing Harvey Bunhair, a 3.5, 4 foot bunny. So like dirty blonde hair, green eyes, lopped ears so they hang down, little like earrings on each ear. So literally half the size of his friend, and a little bit more serious, but still, they're out to have a good time.
Hi, I'm Idly. I'm also known as Idly Wild on TikTok. I do a lot of D&D cosplay and acting. I'll be playing Endora. She is a Hexblade warlock, and her race is Hexblood. She is a very posh, well put together young lady of great standing.
I am Moose. I go by K2 Moose King on the TikTokers. I mainly just do some weird, wacky stuff on there. I'm starting to get into voice acting. I am playing Donovan Keene. I am the newlywed husband of Endora. I am a College of Glamour bard. I am more of the stay away from the brothels kind of type. I don't like going on adventures, but I keep on finding myself tagging along with that one. He's an interesting character that you're just gonna have to get to know.
All right, now that introductions are out of the way, well, except for the Dungeon Master, his name is Zach. How he forgot to introduce himself, I don't know, probably nerves. But he runs the known unknown, and he will be acting as my conduit. Anyway, let's begin with the hare and the satyr.
As Cicero kind of like comes to and starts looking around, he just says out loud, I don't remember taking anything that would make this happen. I don't think, at least. It's possible. What, are you seeing this too, Harv?
So Harvey's gonna kind of sit up a little bit and kind of rubbing his ears, kind of slicking them back a little bit, kind of look around. Sis, I don't know if, I don't think we did anything. What happened to all those others that were hanging around us last night?
Last night?
Yeah, weren't there like a bunch of other people we were hanging out with? I mean, or was it just us? Or did I imagine that again?
That was either last night or several weeks ago. No, there's no in between. I'm not sure, honestly.
That's fair.
And I think Cicero is going to start making his way over to that door to get a closer look at it.
I'm going to say with your incredibly godly passive perception you have going on, you begin to notice a couple things, especially hearing things. First of all, it sounds like in the distance there's a shifting of earth, almost like an earthquake, but you don't feel any tremors. Along with that, which is probably the stranger thing as you get closer to this door, is you hear incredibly faint, incredibly cold jazz. And I should also say the door has a giant dragon engraved on it.
We went. There was that. Someone said something. There was a dragon. I said, sure, I'll drag. And I realized that's not what that meant. But do you hear that?
Hey.
Do you hear that, Harvey?
You really ever mean what you say. And Harvey's gonna get up and he's gonna kind of walk over to Cicero, but he's gonna be checking his stuff to see if anything's been taken or missing
Everything
while
is
he's
still
walking. I was like, yeah, I do hear it.
Does it seem like the jazz is coming from the other side of the door, or is it just kind of like ambient?
It sounds like it's actually coming from the other side of the door.
Okay. All right, well, you know what they say you gotta do with doors. Open them. That's not a saying. Anyways. I guess, yeah, Cicero will try to just go ahead and open the door if there's like an obvious mechanism to do so.
It's pretty simple. It has like just large doorknobs. So
Love that. Love a
Easy.
large doorknob.
yeah, who doesn't love a large doorknob? Yeah, so you pull it open and you are immediately struck with another very strange sight, as it seems like on the other side of this door is best described as a 1920s noir detective agency. You see these like kind of old wooden floorboards, kind of wallpaper that looks a little yellow and grimy and falling off. And in front of you, like the first thing you see as you open the door is there's probably a wall about 5 feet in front of you. This incredibly large relief sculpture of this very like brutalist cubism take of a city. And on either side of that sculpture, you see two pathways, two like almost hallways going down, and you do hear the jazz coming from the left side.
Hey sis, this seemed like your mom's house.
It does kind of remind me of my mom's house,
Right.
yeah.
That's what I'm kind of picturing a bit.
Before the redecoration.
Yeah,
She went a bit
Oh,
more
yeah,
Rococo recently.
it's true.
But, I mean, we should probably follow our ears, maybe, and go find where that lovely music's coming from.
Jazz? In my dungeon? Well, I mean, I guess this is a completely randomized dungeon, so anything can happen. Let's go check on the newlyweds. I believe they're just about to wake up in a broom closet.
Endora, dear, you just take me to the most wonderful places.
Well, Donovan, darling, are you all right? Because I don't remember coming here. And she'll go do like the check over, make sure he's okay. Like
Yeah,
touch his
totally
shoulders
fine.
and just like, are you like?
I feel fine. Are you fine? And I'm just going to blindly grab in the dark around where she is.
Oh, yeah, I'm fine. Thank you. And it's just like cold scale mail under his hands.
Were you always wearing this?
Yes.
This is not what everyone told me this would be like.
I mean, I don't think we're at the inn. She says as she looks around the janitor's closet. Well, here. And she's gonna take Donovan's by both his hands and lead him towards the door very carefully. Step carefully.
Give me a moment. I can just light a lamp.
All right.
I mean, it's only fair. You can see me. I can't see you. I also can't see where the fuck we are right now. Just give me a moment. And then he'll light up his lamp.
Absolutely, yeah. You light the lamp, and it begins to flicker and illuminate this fantasy janitor's closet. It's being held up by wooden beams, stone walls, cobblestone floor, brooms in the corner, some strange vials full of fantasy chemical. This room just seems like it hasn't been occupied in a very long time.
Where the hell are we?
I thought you knew.
You're the one who brought me here.
I did not bring you here. We went to the inn, had a little bit of congratulatory champagne, and then... Huh.
Oh dear God, I got drugged. Oh dear God, I got drugged. Oh dear God, I got drugged. Please tell me there was no one important there. Please tell me.
And she ponders, trying to remember if anyone important was there. More important than her, of course.
I'm gonna roll a d20. Let's see. We'll make this like you want lower numbers. Let's see what we get here. I'm a 13. No one of like super like notable status, but like maybe there was some like local celebrities like in and out about the bunch. Like no like kings or princes or anything like that, but like probably like the local butcher who like everyone loves.
He had a great comedy routine. I loved it. It was very gauche, but like wholesome. I'm not quite sure. I love a good everyman comedy routine.
Oh dear Lord, not that again. I was really wasted then. Let's just open the door, see what's out there, and then check on our options again.
Endora will head towards the door, shield out in front, ready to take whatever's on the other side of the door.
Totally.
And
Donovan peeking over her shoulder, just trying to make sure that he can see, but he's still out of the way.
How does Endora open doors? Is it like super kind of like almost anxiously? Is it like with confidence? How is this?
It is with all the confidence that she possesses, which is quite a good bit of confidence.
Okay.
So it's basically like an "I'm here, let's go."
Perfect. I totally believe that how people open the doors is like a look into who they are. So perfect. The door, you confidently open, it creaks open, and you find yourself staring at a hallway. But the hallway does go left and right, and it looks like they both bend around a corner.
All right, looks like it's left or right.
I would like to make a perception check to see if there's, between the left and the right, if there are more noises and what sort of noises are there.
Totally. Yeah, make a perception check. I will say this is a pretty easy roll, so DC 10.
First roll of the game. First roll of the game.
Yeah. You know what? That is a 15 plus 6.
That's a 21. Nice.
Wow.
You listen, kind of like look around, see if you can tell if like there's indents or anything to like figure out like what pathway is maybe more taken. And you come to the realization that this is like the room you are in this hallway is in a very large rectangular room, and either pathway will get you to the other side of the room. Do you guys do like the peek around the corner type deal?
Yes.
No.
Oh, okay. You do just make that left?
Just make that left and let's stopped.
I'm peeking around the corner. He's just strutting by.
Okay, so I like this. Endora, you just immediately walk around the corner. Donovan, you do a little bit of a like more cautious look. And you notice this hallway goes down probably about 25 feet, and you immediately notice this gradient change, this gradual change. As you look farther down, it turns like the landscape of this room turns from this kind of very old dungeon slowly into this overgrown dungeon.
You better watch out, Endora. I heard confidence can be a killer. Anyway, let's see how the hare and the satyr are doing.
On the right side of the hallway, there is another door, but it is nothing like the wooden door. It is actually like, have you seen the detective films where it's like the glass door with like writing on it, like your typical detective agency, except this one is a lawyer's office, and it says Lawyer Arthist Smoke. And then you can see that you can kind of see through this tinted glass fog. What is it? The frosted glass is what I'm trying to think of. Another like waiting room on the other side of this door, and you can still hear the jazz. It is coming from that area.
I've never met a lawyer that I liked, but
I don't know if we've actually ever met a lawyer.
are lawyers the ones? Are they the ones that research bugs?
No. You're thinking of the ones that sell the fruit on the cots.
Yeah. Definitely
I
that
think that's
one.
the one you're thinking of. Yeah.
I don't think I've
I
met
think
a
that's what
lawyer.
they do here.
Yeah, but
I
I
don't
think
know if I
that
have
my
either.
statement still stands. I have never met a lawyer I liked if I've never met a lawyer, right?
That pans out.
I'm just gonna open the door.
Yeah, as you guys are having this conversation, you open the door, it creaks open. You, like I said, you are in this like waiting room, a fan above, slowly turning. There is a typewriter. I don't even know if you guys have seen typewriters before, but you see a typewriter. This desk is pretty messy. You see a bunch of a bunch of pages like kind of like thrown everywhere, and you do see there is another, a little bit nicer door to the left of this room, where the jazz is coming from. As you walk over to the typewriter and you begin looking at the pages, you see the same saying repeated over and over and over again, and it's all work and no play makes boggle, boggle, boggle. Just pages of that.
All in
Boggle.
Sylvan.
All in Sylvan.
Boggle, boggle, boggle.
Boggle,
Just-
boggle, boggle. Didn't you go to high school with him?
Yeah, I did. You think it's him here?
It's a common name, I think. It might.
Oh, maybe.
I knew 3 Boggle Boggle Boggles. We called them the Boggle 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 Boggles.
Oh yeah, I remember them.
And you said there was another door, right?
There is, like, leading to, like, the main office to whoever this lawyer is.
I kind of gestured. I say, should we knock, knock, knock? Or
Only if it's 3 times.
of course.
All right. Yeah.
Knock 3 times.
Yeah.
All right, yeah, you knock 3 times. There's kind of this pause, and then you hear, Boggle, is that you? You know I can't open the door. I'm not actually there.
Lean into test this a little bit.
I lean down.
That's true. I lean up actually. That's
Yeah.
I lean up a bit. So, are they not here, or are we not
lie?
here?
Should we?
We
Are
go-
we? Are we?
I know we
Boggle?
went- I don't think I am. Are you?
I haven't checked recently, but I'm pretty sure.
Best be safe. Double check.
This row just kind of vacant stares for just a moment. Comes back. No, I'm good. Yeah, no,
Oh,
I'm not
All
Boggle.
right.
Boggle, did you find any more clientele? I know that that's in your job description, and you haven't really been doing it lately. I've just been kind of hearing you hammering away at the keys out there. But are you actually doing your job now?
It's
don't
not
actually
actually
know if
Boggle. Sorry.
I don't think I have a job.
We're not Boggle. We just checked.
Nah.
All right. Is there a small purplish creature out there wearing a hat?
Wearing a hat? No.
Not wearing a hat?
Also
I got
no.
you.
All right. Well, can't find good help in this dungeon. Do you want to come in? Are you? Let me guess. You want the normal? Oh no, I've been stuck in this dungeon so long. Gave me some health potions, all that. You know, the works.
We've been stuck in this dungeon. Well, has it been long?
I don't know.
Oh, sorry, there's another one out here. There's 2 of
Oh,
us.
all right. Sorry. I just.
Hello.
Okay. I mean, you can open the door. You know.
Yeah, that's fine. You seem to be the door opener. Just go ahead and open it.
Open door.
All right, yeah, you open the door to this very nicely decorated, like, law office. You see, like, books all over the side. You see, like, that table that has alcohol on it, except there isn't a desk in the center or a chair. There's just incredibly large circular mirror that when you look into it, it doesn't actually reflect, so it's not being a good mirror. But you do see, in another office with a hellish landscape outside of their window, sitting behind a desk, this very old-looking blue tiefling who has suspenders. His jacket is currently put up next to him on his chair. You can see that he is currently looking over some paperwork. And as you guys enter, he pushes down his glasses, his reading glasses, and just... You two aren't from the dungeon. You look interesting. So you said you don't look like you've been through hell. No pun intended yet. Come in. You don't just have to stand there in the doorway.
Yeah,
Are we supposed to look like I've been through hell?
I suppose
Most
metaphorically.
people, though.
I mean, we can go back, I suppose.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't have to. Most clientele I meet, specifically from this location, usually they've been run through the ringer. Don't usually see this fresh of faces. You just look very new to this dungeon, which doesn't really happen often.
I look fairly new everywhere.
Yeah. This whole plane, really. Is this the same plane? It might be.
Contractually, I signed an NDA, so I can't actually tell you about that, but maybe.
I lean down. New Dragon Alliance.
Makes sense.
So, okay, yeah, no, I think we just kind of woke up about 45 feet that way and came, followed the sound of jazz, like my mom always told me to.
Right. I'm sorry that, well, I guess not sorry. I brought you to me. I was listening to that. So you said you just woke up, and this is the first room you've been to.
Correct. So,
This
what was
has
your
never
name?
happened.
Did you give us a name?
I did not. I'm sorry. You took me a little bit by surprise. Usually Boggle is supposed to, do his job. But, my name is Arthur Smoke. I am, a contractual... That's always a strange word to say. I'm a lawyer. It's the best way to say it.
Oh, you're the bloke with the name on the door.
Right, that is my
It's a very
door.
high achievement. You own a door.
Yeah.
I own
I don't know.
a couple,
I don't have a
actually.
I'm Cicero. Pleasure to meet you.
And I'm Avi.
You can tell that he's kind of he's like at this point he's pushed his reading glasses up a little bit and is going back to reading his contracts in front of him. Seeing a little bit less enthused about you guys.
So,
Sorry, normally when people come to talk to me, I'm here to make a contract, and like you two seem like you have your stuff together right now. Unless, are you looking to make a deal?
we already have a couple deals
Yeah.
that have been made.
Yeah.
Kind of still working out with those.
I guess it kind of depends on the deal.
Yeah.
Right, well, I mean, normally people come here and they need help. They either want to get out of the dungeon or maybe repair some of their armor or weapons or just maybe bring someone back from the dead. Simple stuff like that. But like I said, you two seem to kind of have all your stuff together still. So maybe come back to me when things get worse, or, I mean, we can make a deal right now. I'm just usually...
Yeah, I think I'm A-okay, mate. For now.
Yeah.
But I think we'll put a pin on this. We'll do a mental bookmark of this
Right.
room.
I believe if Boggle did put out some business cards on the side table right there, just come back and find... This is just very strange. Like I said, this doesn't usually just happen. I'm missing my Boggle. Actually, if you find my Boggle, can you bring him back here or send him back here? Tell him I miss him. I mean, I mostly miss the work he would bring me. But
Is the small purple one with the hat?
Yes, he does love that hat.
Small or shorter than me?
Smaller. Much smaller,
Oh.
yes.
Rad.
All right.
I'm going to, just like as we're here, I'm going to make sure I do like a close inspection on the mirror so that I can cast locate object on it later.
Awesome, yeah, you take that mental image of it.
Okay, so I guess, well, you seem like a very busy person, so we'll let you get back to that. There was another door out there that seemed interesting, but with less jazz, so maybe we'll go check that out.
I would say don't die, but one of you dying might actually help my cause, so,
Right.
have fun?
I don't want that.
I can promise you that, my friend.
Question. What's a business card?
He puts down his glasses again. If right there on the table to your left a little bit, you see a stack.
Our left or your left?
Oh, that is confusing because I am in the mirror.
Is left or my left?
Your left, not my left. Your left.
Is left? My left.
Oh, you guys are both looking at me. So both of your lefts. You'll see there's a table right there. It has a skull on it. In front of the skull, you'll see like a stack of like very small pieces of paper that should just say Arthur Smoke on it. Attorney at law.
I grab one of those.
Absolutely, yep. Which you see there's only one left.
Guess we'll have to share this one, Hoff. I'm gonna tuck the business card somewhere. Also, I didn't mention that Cicero is not wearing like a shirt. He just has like his little like leather like armor vest with like no shirt underneath, no pants because he has fur, of course. So he just like finds a little pocket.
Okay, so are you guys leaving this strange lawyer's office?
That's just a lawyer's office, baby.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I never thought that Arthur Smoke would be a quest giver, but I guess here we are. Let's get back to the newlyweds. I bet you they're having a great time as they push farther into the dungeon. I mean, if they're going where I think they're going, it's about to get interesting.
Oh, this is lovely. It's like a botanical garden. It's like a botanical garden, Donovan.
Pandora, have you noticed that? You know what? Never mind. It's like a botanical garden. We are here on our honeymoon in a botanical garden in a place that we don't know. Everything's fine.
Isn't it wonderful, Donovan? It's beautiful. Look at this. Look at this flower right here. Right here. It's gorgeous.
As I look at this flower and try so hard not to roll my eyes, I would actually like to do just like a basic Arcana check.
I will say this is going to be a DC 15 Arcana check to see if like how much magical information you get from this flower.
Okay, I'm so glad that I have expertise in Arcana.
Nice.
That's an 11.
As you were looking at this flower, you can definitely tell there is something magical coming from it. Like obviously you're in a strange dungeon, you don't know how you got here, Earth is shifting. There is something definitely inherently magical about this entire place, but you can't really put a finger on it. Indora, I want you to make either a Arcana check or a Nature check. And this is also going to be
Arcana.
This is going to be a DC 10 for you, actually.
That will be a 10.
Perfect. So as you see Donovan looking at this flower, maybe there's something about it that as he's looking at it, you notice. As someone who is inherently has Fey-like energies to them, you start to notice that these flowers, this dungeon in a sense, has the properties that you are familiar with that even give you power. Maybe not the exact source, but you do notice that these flowers, this foliage, they do seem to radiate with the energy of the Feywild.
Oh, this is lovely, Donovan. Donovan. This is like home. Oh.
You know, I've actually never been to your home. You know this, right?
I mean, not my home where I was raised. No.
No.
Ew.
You've been there. No, your Fey thing home. I've never been there.
Yes.
That I know of. Did you drug me and pull me there? Is this just happening right now? Am I actually going to your home?
I don't think so. I don't think we're gonna go meet Mummy Dearest. That would be most alarming. And I think she'd be mad that I didn't invite her to our wedding. I mean, I sent an invitation, but I don't know if it ever got there.
I'd be more considered with your aunts.
Oh, they're fine. They're lovely. I've met a few of them. They have a wonderful tea party.
They tried to eat my toes. Let's just worry about getting out of it. There is something very wrong here. How did we get here?
I'm not quite sure.
Doesn't that trouble you?
I mean, a little bit. But you know what? You just take what you're given, life gives you lemons, you make limoncello out of them, I believe is the saying.
Alright, so which directions can we go right now?
So you're still in that hallway. It makes another turn, so you guys went left and left, so there's another left you can make. As the hallway progresses, it becomes more full of this foliage, now that we know it's Feywild related like foliage, so it's kind of has this like iridescent colors to it, but it goes and then it makes another 90-degree like left if you kept going that way.
I mean, if you need to go have a small sit down in the nice enclosed room, I could go find us help. You can just stay put. It's fine.
And Dora, I'm more worried about how we got here. The last thing we remember, we were at a tavern, enjoying our honeymoon, picking up something. I think it was a quest or something that you wanted to do. Should have been nice, simple, easy. And then we wake up here. I know both of our tolerances are extremely high, but this doesn't make sense. Even for Feywild, this doesn't make sense. Is anyone else here? Are we just trapped in this maze? I am trying to remember a little bit more of the specifics of the quest that Endora wanted to go on, and I'm just like, fine, dear, let's go, let's do this. It's going to be a wonderful time.
Where would you two be when Endora was proposing this said quest? Like, what is this memory of you getting all the information? What would be going on during that time?
Honestly, just me following her around, making sure that she stays happy and that she is, well, constantly has a drink in her hand, bread off to the side, but honestly trying to keep an eye on her and making sure that other people stay away.
Okay, perfect. So while you are having these flashbacks of this, you begin to put things together and start to remember what you were doing here. It is your honeymoon, but you were also on a sort of quest. There was this giant storm slowly approaching the kingdom, and the rumors were there was a dragon in that storm, and like many other heroes, many other adventurers from this world, you've decided that you want to be the ones to stop this storm, to stop this dragon for either glory or whatever reasons. You were kind of like in this rat race with other adventurers, and you're starting to remember that that tavern was full of joy and stuff, but you also remember it was full of other adventurers trying to do the same thing, trying to make their way to this storm to defeat this dragon.
Storm dragon. Interesting. Kind of scans the room. Armors, leathers, swords. This could be a good book. This could be a very good book. Now, what's the... That little to do this? I should say no, but profits alone might be worth it. All right. Endora, dear, you've got your wish. Let's go see what's in the middle of the storm.
With that and this new found remembrance and the idea of profit, do you guys push forward?
Oh, yeah.
Down this hallway, you make it towards the end. It's like not that big of a hallway. You start to not trip up, but it is starting to get a little bit harder to walk here as this dungeon is becoming this really deep foliage. It's still dungeon underneath. You could tell if you pulled away some vines or did anything like that. The dungeon is still here. You make that corner and you notice that there is a large opening in this room going right. You also notice parallel to that large opening, behind all these vines and these very iridescent flowers, is a statue of a dragon. A statue, I should say, like a relief statue into the wall. And the really thing that strikes you here, it looks like a pretty generic dragon. I mean, I guess that is kind of a generic dragon, whatever that means. It has two glowing blue eyes that seem to be watching you as you turn the corner. In that opening across from the relief statue of the dragon, you see that the hallway, well, not the hallway, it starts with like a 20-foot opening and slowly goes to a 10-foot one that looks like it is another hallway, but this one is full of even more foliage, and this next room you're putting together looks more like a dungeon in the sense of like underneath a castle where they keep prisoners. And you can actually see with your dark vision, Endora, that there are some cells on the right side of this hallway.
She'll look at the statue that's kind of like looking back at her, or at them as they are approaching, and will try and give a polite greeting in Draconic.
Okay.
Yeah, to the
What do you
statue.
say?
You know, thank you for your hospitality. We will try and be quick guests here.
I will say, as you say that, the eyes light up a little bit, but that's about it. Nothing else.
And she'll give it a small nod, and kind of gesture towards towards the cells further down.
Okay.
We may have company that way, since you were looking for, someone to talk to, Donovan. She says in a kind of a whispery tone, gesturing further down.
I can see the dragon relief clearly, right? I can't see.
Yep.
Okay. Dora, dear. I think this dragon wants a song.
I mean, if you want to play a song.
While I'm doing that, why don't you go peek into where those cells are? Don't go into the room. Don't pass the threshold. There's something about this place that doesn't make sense. Even if it's connected to the Feywilds. This doesn't make sense.
All right. Be safe. Small leans over, gives a small pat on the cheek, and then heel turns in her fabulous scale armor and tries to sneak towards the
Okay,
the
I like it.
cells.
Give me a stealth check, please.
Oh boy howdy. That'd be a 10 stealth.
Okay,
without the
that's good to
pain.
know. 10, got it. So what are you trying to do here? Are you trying to slowly make your way into this hallway with the cells and like sneak up to that first cell?
Yeah. Not into.
Right,
but,
like outside of it.
Yeah. Outside, yeah, to just kind of like be able to peek inside a little bit better and see if there's anyone in there.
Okay, so I'm actually gonna roll something real quick. You said
no.
you got a 10. It got an okay. So this is what happens as you go down into this hallway, this dark hallway, that transcends and turns into this, like cell, this prison block. You get to this first cell, and you see that the cell bars are still there, and the door is closed. You see vines wrapped around it, and the iron looks to be very rusted. As you peek your head in with your dark vision, still seeing things in monochrome, you see a very ruined cell, no one's been here for a very long time. There are plants, maybe even a small shrub growing in this room. And then the thing you see next is, I'm gonna best describe it using a pop culture reference that is actually an old one. I think it was Pirates of the Caribbean 2 or 3. If you've seen it, where it is like the crew are part of the ship. But in here, you notice in the corner of this room, and you notice that they notice you at the same time, this knight that you can't make out any of their facial features because it has become overgrown with vines and their iron armor has rusted. But you see this knight in the corner of the room that has become part of the dungeon itself, and you see it tries to move to get closer to you as it like pulls itself off the wall, and you see part of the dungeon like wall come with it with its arm, as you see this very old knight who has succumbed to this nature slowly make its way towards you.
Good. Things are slowly going in the right direction. Both groups may have had an easy introduction so far, but with this dungeon always changing and rooms always becoming more and more challenging, we'll see if they have what it takes to survive. Anyway, I'll see you all next time as we watch as the satyr, the hare, and the honeymooners try to escape my dungeon. Goodbye, everyone.